there's a lot of things that is set automatically once you start Captivate, such as slide duration and then pass marks and so forth. So all of these can be changed with the help of project preferences, and we're going to take a look at what project preferences of Adobe Captivate has to provide us with. So I'm going to go around here to edit and then preferences right over here to access it. And once I open up preferences, I'll get this right over here. So you can see that first of all, you get the general setting right over here. So here it says Rescale imported or pasted slide right here. So if you were to copy and paste the slide from somewhere else, if you want to rescale it out rescale it out automatically without having you to do it manually, then you can just click this out right here. That's generate projects backup right over here. So if you really want to make sure that your project is backed up, you might want to do that as well. Similarly, there are other functions right over here which you can look at. For example, right over here there's default location, which is saved in desktop. So you want to choose some other location right here. You can click browse and search for the location that you want to store your project in. You can just go over here and browse and select that area right over there. You can also set your project cache. So project cache is like a temporary storage area which it uses whenever you're editing projects. So usually it's under the documents of under the documents folder itself, but you can choose somewhere else as well. And if you're running out of disk space, what you can do is you can clear those cache out as well. So what it does is that it clears out the temporary files, so freeing up your hard disk space as well. So over here there's spelling preferences as well. So you can see that there's different spelling options like ignore capitalized words, for example Canada, and then ignore all caps words and so forth. So you can select all of these as well. And also you can change out the confirmation messages. So you can remove the audio, delete the object and so forth. So all of the things gives you a confirmation message. So just like this, you can choose out the settings that you want. So that's the general settings. The other one are the defaults, as you can see. So over here there's slide duration. So right now, let's say you want default slide duration to around like 5 seconds. You can actually set it right over here. You can also have snap. So if you are using snap to grid or snap to guide, then 5 pixel is what it snaps to right now. But if you want to change that out into 10 pixels, you can do that as well. You can also choose the guide and the background color from over here as well, and change the text caption and everything else. Like you can auto size the buttons and so forth. So all of the things like the defaults are mentioned right over here, which you can change out. The other one right over here is recordings, as you can see right here. So you can generate captions. For example, you can work around with the audios and so forth. You can work around with the settings, video demo right over here, which is stored in this folder right over here. You can set out the keys for like the recording right over here as well. You can set the modes for it as well and other defaults. So you can everything regarding recordings are over here. The other one is project right over here. You can add in information. You can see that by default, this is just as it is. So what you can do is I can replace it with my YouTube URL right over here. So I'm just going to go over here, youtube.com/tutortube right over here, and I can change this out as well. For example, tutortube@outlook.com, just like this. And author is going to be TutorTube right over here, and company is going to be TutorTube, just like this. So what I can do is I can set out default, I can set out the copyrights right over here, and project name and description, everything else right over here. The other one is size and quality. So by default, when you import out any of the images, it's directly downgraded to 80%, but you can actually go around here, change it to 100% so that the quality of the file has been is saved. But usually it's not really recommended because it really increases the file size you have, because images take up a lot of space and you don't want to take up space unnecessarily. You have the publishing settings over here as well. So right now there's frame per second, as you can see, and then you can change out the frame per second. You can change the language, enable and disable the mouse, accessibility like keyboard tabbing and so forth. So everything else can be arranged out right from over here as well. You can also externalize, that is like create a separate file and objects for animations, widgets and so forth as well. There's also start and end, as you can see, so you can have a preloader over here as well, just like this. So you can go over here and add like a loading screen, so whenever your learning object is loading, which is made out of Adobe Captivate, it shows a loading screen so that the users know that the file is actually loading. You can also set password, as you can see right over here. You can password set up project right over here so that no one can access it, and you can save the project, so only the one with password can access that out right here. You also have autoplay feature right over here, as you can see. So if you were to do autoplay, then it'll automatically start the project. Usually you have to click on the play button, but if you don't want that, you can just simply choose autoplay right over there. And finally, we have the quiz settings, where we can set the reportings for different LMSs right over here. There's settings right over here. So you can have settings for quiz and required or past required and so forth. So all of the settings can be mentioned right over here, whether you want to shuffle the answers, whether you want to clear the answers and so forth. And you can set the pass and fail mark right over here on this section. So right now it's 80%, so you can bring it down or even change it into points right over here. Also, there's action on each of the if passing grade, according to like this one. So according to passing grade or like failing grade, you can set actions right over here, and then you can have change out the default labels as well. For example, if correct, click anywhere or press Y. So you can change out the message if you want to as well from all of these sections right over here. And these are all of the preferences settings that you can take a look into to change out the default settings, so that you have a bit more control over your project. So that is how you can work with preferences inside of Adobe Captivate. So hope you guys learned something as always. And as always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.